Claire, Mike, and end with Dustin.
Serious NASCAR Radio. We had a discussion in the air yesterday. People were saying, is it realistic that you could, win the chase without winning a race? And I kind of went out on a line and said it's pretty unrealistic to think that the 24 team wouldn't win a race this year. That is too good of a team, too close to, if you're in the front of the pack, you're in a position to win. Is it unrealistic to think you guys, a team as good as yours, wouldn't win a race to the end of the season? And B, is that line between winning and not winning maybe self-fulfilling, because once you get wins, you'll get more? It's just that one thing.
Well, thank you, Claire. I appreciate you sticking up for us.
You got to come through now. Okay?
Yeah, no kidding. Now there's added pressure. I look at this season and it's strange because I feel like we're stronger this year than we've been in so many previous years. And years that we've won a race or two or three, I feel like we're way better this year than we were in those years. Yet those races seem to come our way, and this year they haven't. And it's you don't know really how to explain that. The racing gods, luck on your side. Races are just more competitive. Who knows what it is? But the facts are the facts. And like I said earlier, I think we're very capable of winning races right now, this weekend, and through the chase. And I try to be a pretty patient person, and I feel like if all of it comes our way in the chase, then I understand what it was meant for, why we didn't win the rest of the season, because we were just waiting for that crucial moment in time to make it happen when it really counts, and that's in the chase. So I don't know, we'll see, but I know we're capable of it, and Rick Hendrick and I were having a conversation about this the other day. I mean, we've won 82 times or something, and you can go back through those 82 wins and think of several that you were sitting there a third, fourth, fifth place car, and all of a sudden you're in victory lane. You're like, how the heck do we get here? And then you go through years like this year where I feel like Texas and Vegas and a bunch of tracks where we were the dominant car, and here we are not in victory lane so far this year. So that's just the way racing is, I guess.
Two more,
and we're still on the upside with overall numbers. So we're not complaining too much, but we just want to get it done this year.
Final two, Mike Vega, Dustin.
Jeff, just to kind of follow up on Paul Woody's question there, but I know 2001 was a difficult year, not only for the sport but for the country, and when the country experienced 9/11, it seems like the sports world went dark that weekend. And how important did you feel, A, that NASCAR not be on the track that weekend, and B, how important or great sense of responsibility did you feel to get back on the track to help lift the morale of the country at that time?
Yeah, it was. It's a time that everyone, whatever their job is, whatever is going on in their life, where it's just like time stood still, and I don't think anyone really knew how to react, or how to move forward, or how to ever get back to normal. And I think we definitely made the right decision. NASCAR made the right decision on not going to New Hampshire that weekend, and I think that. It was a fitting time when we did go back, and it was definitely when we got back, you felt this momentum really starting throughout the country, whether it was at work or with sports or whatever. That okay, now our world that we live in takes on a whole new responsibility and meaning and pride. And what we represent, and how we want to show the rest of the world, the rest of the Americans, how strong we truly are, and how this is only going. This experience is only going to make us come together and be a tighter group, a stronger group, and go out there and show the rest of the world why we're proud to be Americans. And so, to me, getting back to that racetrack was that first step towards that.
Did it heighten your sense of pride of being a NASCAR driver too, because of all the things that the sport had been through, losing Dale Earnhardt that year, and then of course you guys kind of closed ranks. But when you got together on the track again with your fellow drivers, did that bond become even tighter?
It did, and I think that our sport has shown its patriotism for so long, for so many years, with military representation, the things that we do, national anthems, and just the processes that we've had in place for so many years. Now all those things meant so much more, and it made me proud of what we've been doing for so long to represent our sport and to represent our country.
Final question, Dustin.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Jeff, you said earlier that you felt like in ways your team is stronger this year than in past years where you've had wins. How can that help you, prepare you, get you and the team ready to win in a championship, in a format you haven't won in before? What is some people, obviously the question is, Jeff hasn't won, can he do it? But if you're saying you feel like you're stronger, how has this experience, the first 25, 26 races, how can it help push you to a championship?
Yeah, I mean, while we haven't won this year, and don't get me wrong, a win would really add so much to our chase hopes and our championship hopes. Just because it gets you to that next level. But I think the one thing as I mentioned, we got to live up to our strengths. And our strengths are that we never give up. We no matter what kind of day we're having, we seem to always pull out a pretty solid finish. I feel like if we're a 10th place car, we seem to get to 8th, 7th. If we're 20th place car, we seem to find a way to get to 12th. And so I think that our strengths are that we fight really, really hard. I think our communication, especially between Steve and myself, is definitely improved, and so that has a lot to do with why we're stronger and why we're better. And I think we're probably the most consistent team out there, and that's always been one of our strengths, and certainly always been one of mine, and why the old point system was so good for me. And I still approach it the same way with 10 races to go. It's still, you're trying to win, but you're trying to make sure you get the absolute best finish that you can each, week, and not put yourself in a position to cause yourself to get a 30th place finish or 35th place finish. And those are the things that allow you to put as many top 10s and top 5s together as I have over the years. And so, those are our strengths. And we hope that, if we can't get that victory, that those strengths still pay off for what it takes to win the championship.
Jeff, thank you very much, and
thank
good
you.
luck.